you've done it in a public space.
Wow.
I think it's a crime.
In your car? Even with the...
I don't think you're allowed to do that. You came close to having intimacy before marriage.
Ooh.
This one says Matt is bisexual because he likes dancing. Is it true, Matt?
You tell me, Abby.
Matt is really interested in kissing other women. Honestly, this is something I've been thinking too.
I'm going to say no.
Abby's had a boob job.
I personally love the size.
Oh my gosh.
What's up, dudes? And welcome back to the Unplanned podcast.
I don't know. What did you want me to do?
I don't know, man. We're doing assumptions today. You guys sent in assumptions that you had for us on Instagram. So I'm pretty excited about this. We haven't done one of these in like 8 months. So there could be some juicy ones in there.
I think this is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be surprised. We had someone else go through them. We had you guys submit them on the Unplanned Podcast Instagram. So thank you so much to those of you that follow us there and submitted ones.
Yeah. Also, thank you to everyone leaving us reviews for a podcast. We're actually going to read a review right now that we got on Apple Podcasts from one of you lovely people.
This is from Tatum SS. She gave us 5 stars and said, amazing. They are so relatable and so much fun to listen to. I just love listening to you guys and you make me so happy. Normally I get very bored listening to podcasts and turn them off halfway through, but I love listening to yours. You guys are so refreshing and I love how genuine you are. You guys make me very optimistic about the future. Love you so much. Keep doing what you love.
That's so sweet.
Isn't that so nice?
Did Taylor leave her Instagram at?
This is Tatum.
Tatum.
We don't have an Instagram.
We don't.
Tatum,
okay.
But we're very thankful to her.
If you leave us a review, we'll be shouting you guys out, your Instagram in the podcast. So yeah, you guys should do that. Thank you, Tatum. That was so nice. Do you got the assumptions pulled up?
I do.
Did you just read the first one?
I've peeked at a couple.
Oh my gosh.
Should I start off with the funny one?
Let's start off with a bang.
They're honestly all pretty good.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll see how well you guys really know us.
Yeah.
So this one says Matt is bisexual because he likes dancing.
No, it's funny. I read that one actually. I peeked at him. I peeked at him on accident. I think that's freaking hilarious. It's true. I don't know how they figured me out.
Is it true, Matt?
You tell me, Abby.
I don't think you are.
You don't think I am? You don't think I am? What the heck does that mean?
Hey, I just know that you're married to me, so I know that you're attracted to women.
That's true. Hey, no, no, it's funny. I used to get really, I think, hurt by comments like that, especially because I was like a kid that did theater and I was straight, but I also liked to skateboard, and like you couldn't really fit me in the box. And I think because of that, people would, say, "Oh, that guy's gay because he likes to do ballet." And it's like, okay, first of all, nothing's wrong with being gay, but I'm a straight guy. So for you to assume like something about me just because I like to dance and be in musicals, like that's silly. So.
I feel like nobody wants their sexuality to be assumed about them,
I think for most people just like think they can put you in a box because of some characteristic of you.
Yeah.
It's just so frustrating. But now I laugh about it more.
Yeah. You know who you are.
I know who I am, so yeah.
And that is a straight male who likes to dance.
I like to dance. I really do like to dance.
So it's like we're literally in 2023 and we are still at the point where if you dance as a guy, you're gay. That's pretty archaic, but
I really do like to dance. I actually, part of me like wants to be a DJ because like we went to Vegas with some friends and I just had such a good time at the club, and I'm like, it would be a freaking blast to just DJ and dance, and I just love that vibe. I just love party music. I literally, when I was in high school, I would literally do homework to like club music. That would just, I don't know.
You really thrive in that type of atmosphere.
Weird. I don't know if it's my ADHD.
I think it's because your brain moves so fast. It's like, it's good because then the music matches the, I don't know anything about
I think that's what it is, because like
I'll
be listening to like house music and you'll say like, Matt, can you please turn that off?
It's like when you're focusing, you want to listen to some fast-paced music, like EDM. And I'm like, if I'm focusing, if I'm going to listen to anything, it's going to be hard, first of all, for me to listen to something. But then I also need it to be like really slow and calming.
Yeah. Or if I'm snowboarding, like there's nothing better than listening to a really upbeat EDM song.
Fun.
And I'm just bombing the mountain and like hitting jumps. And it's just like,
I feel like you just always operate at a high level of stimulation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love to party too. We kind of skipped the partying stage in college because we got married young and we're just trying to.
But we were working a lot.
We were working a lot, yeah, to to
Couldn't
pay.
afford to party.
We couldn't. We didn't buy alcohol at all because alcohol's expensive, and we thought, hey, we could just save that money and save up so that we can move somewhere after college, and ended up moving to Hawaii.
That's what I realized. I was like, partying is actually extremely expensive.
It is expensive, but now
We
I kind of
watched
want to.
Wolf of
Can we
Wall
start
Street.
partying now? Can we start doing that? That'd be kind of fun. I'm in.
Okay.
You want to go partying with me?
I don't think it's gonna be that fun when pregnant.
Maybe right now would not be a good idea, but I don't know.
Maybe with a newborn and a 13-month-old, that'd be like the perfect time to
I
enter
want
the
to
club
find
scene.
I want to find our group of like parents that also like to party. You know what I'm saying? Like I love to dance.
Oh, they definitely exist.
Yeah.
It's like just like once you put the kids to bed,
Yeah.
then you go out and
Yeah.
hit the town.
Mm-hmm.
You ready for the next one?
What is it?
This is hilarious. I assume Matt laughs when someone cries or when something is really serious.
How did they hit the nail on the head?
Spot on. And it drives me
I'm
crazy.
so sorry.
Why do you laugh when I
I'm
cry?
so sorry.
But you also laugh when I'm angry too.
I think it's like, okay, I feel bad. I apologize for this. But sometimes, because especially with sometimes the hormones being really high,
Okay.
you can go, it's like Griffin. Like Griffin will be like so happy and then he'll start crying in like 2 seconds. And you're just like, holy crap. Like how did that kid go from like so happy to so sad in the matter of a second? You do the same thing sometimes, and I think it's like the hormones. And so I just...
Which also, can we say, you're not allowed to say that I'm affected by hormones.
I really got to be careful there.
Oh,
that is a
because if
tricky...
I'm like actually being hormonal, and then you
Yeah.
say it's your hormones,
Yeah.
want to see me go crazy? That's
No,
that's how you do it.
You're right. And so I just need to keep my mouth shut. But I think in those moments though, like there are times where you have such a like drastic mood shift that I'm like, I literally like bite my tongue to try to enter like
You don't hide it at all.
I don't know,
You
dude.
look at me and you'll be like, and you're like, your eyes are telling
And it
it
makes
all.
you so much more angrier if I like
Yes.
start to laugh, and I can't help it. I'm sorry.
Why do you feel like you think it's funny,
I don't know. I guess what's
or do
funny,
you feel awkward?
like you know how it's funny to us when Griffin's mood changes in a second. That I think that's what it is. Like
He's a baby.
yeah,
I'm an adult.
I know, but you're an adult, and as an adult, when your mood changes that quickly, it's kind of hilarious. But
That actually gets under my skin.
I need to keep it to myself. I need to keep it to
You
myself.
need to rein that in. Also, I feel like you do laugh when something is really serious too.
Like, what do you mean?
That was what they said, and I feel like I'm trying to think of a time. There's been
No,
times.
okay. When if ever we're in like one time, this happened in high school. I was in like this serious meeting, and like the principal was talking, and I was like with this group of leaders, like the freshman leaders, and I just started busting out laughing because it was just like I had that thought in my head, like what if I started laughing right now?
Oh, I hate that.
And then it
Yeah,
just
that
like
happened to
it just
me.
built and built and built, and I just couldn't help it. I almost had to excuse myself from the room because I couldn't stop laughing.
It's happened to me actually, like during
And then you
the
laugh.
worst times.
Remember at that restaurant that one time when we both started busting out laughing?
Wait, where was
it was
that
so awkward. I don't want to say the restaurant out loud. We were at it was called it was at the farm. Remember that restaurant, the fancy one that like it was really, really expensive?
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah. And I just
funny.
busted out laughing. And the waiter was just like do your thing. And I just could not
we
stop.
were both cracking up because they were like describing this gourmet meal in so much detail. And we just were like, we're so out of our element. We're like,
Dude,
it
that was too gourmet for me.
was too
I love a
gourmet.
gourmet meal, but that was way too gourmet. We were
It was
having
hilarious 'cause-
freaking liver. I don't want to ever eat liver ever again in my life.
I was like, can you please just bring a cheeseburger out here and then we'll
Dude,
just
not
call
even
it
a
night?
cheeseburger. I just want like, I don't know, maybe some Mediterranean food or something, like something with some flavor. I mean, they were giving us some weird crap, dude.
There was,
They brought out a bone. They literally had a bone. They're like, eat the marrow out of it. I'm like, what?
it's a fine dining thing.
That is I don't want to eat bone marrow for dinner. That's disgusting.
You didn't like it.
No.
A lot of these are related to Matt, but I
Wow.
guess that's gonna work out.
Is this just like a roast Matt? Hashtag roast Matt? Is that what this
No,
new
this
video
isn't
title
roasting
is?
you. This one, well, I guess it's about me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that your mom and Matt's relationship low key stresses you out.
I feel like it does.
It does low key stress me
I
out.
feel like it does. I think, yeah, we probably started off on the wrong foot when I told Abby's mom that I wanted to marry her daughter.
Wait,
right
you have
after...
to give the background.
Okay, I was at Abby's dance recital.
No,
and
no.
Abby had
no.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
before that, she was like, "You need to date Matt Howard." Like she was pushing
Oh.
it so much.
Abby's
She
mom was the biggest
adored
fan
you.
of me. She was my biggest fan. She wanted Abby to date me.
She
so
even
bad.
told me, she was like, we can go pick up Matt in St. Louis, which is 2 hours away from where I live, and bring him back for your homecoming when you didn't even know me.
Didn't your mom compare me to other guys? Like if you wanted to date a guy,
Yeah.
she'd be like, "Well, he's not a Matt. Like
Well,
he's
he's
not
not Matt Howard, so I'm probably gonna like.
That's how badly your mom wanted you to date me.
Yes,
and I literally had no idea about this because we didn't
You
live
probably
in the
didn't
same
even
town.
really know who I was.
I didn't know who you were.
Okay.
Like I barely knew
I knew
who
who
you were.
you were, but that's okay. Anyway, and so she adored you so much.
Yeah.
And then we started dating, still adored you. But then it was all fun and games until you can take it away from here.
Until I decided I wanted to marry her daughter. And I think for Lori, what can we just
It
say
was
it?
the
You and
worst
Lori,
timing.
you and your mom are very close.
We're
and
extremely
And I
close.
think your mom considers you like pretty much her best friend.
I
Like,
consider her one of my
Yeah.
best friend.
And so I think by me marrying you in your mom's eyes, it was like, this freaking dude is trying to take away my best friend. And so I think,
and we were extremely young too.
Yeah.
Like she thought she would have more time where
were
I was
18.
like not. Yeah, that's very young.
but what was weird though is you knew
Well-
that your parents got married like right out of college. Like your parents were like 22,
Yeah, I think
22
so.
and 21 when they got married. Like they had both, it's right
I
after your
think
mom graduated,
22
right?
and 23, but yeah.
22 and 23. So we thought for sure they'd be like all for us getting married young. But I think we were shocked when your mom was not, at that time, was not happy about the whole marriage thing. But it was at your dance recital. I told your mom at your dance
Yes.
recital, senior year, you'd danced ever since you were 3 years old. Your mom was an emotional wreck. Such a bad time. I didn't know that though. I just like blindly went in and I was like, maybe I should tell Abby's mom that I want to marry her daughter. And
Dude,
I just
you're
kind of,
never good with the timing of things.
sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. You have a lot of good
I just thought I
qualities,
owed her
but-
that. I thought I owed her an explanation of like what was to come, and I wanted her to know that I was serious
But
about
at my
you.
final dance recital, I've been doing dance recitals since I was 3 years old. She has gone to these every year and watched me grow up, and now this was the last one, and she was about to send me away.
I think part of the reason was I bought you a promise ring, and I wanted her to know about the promise ring before I gave it to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have told her when you bought it before you
Yeah,
went to the
maybe.
dance recital.
But maybe I did. I can't
But that's
remember.
respectful that you
Yeah.
first of all, got a promise ring, but then also wanted her to know before you gave
Yeah.
it to me.
I think you're pretty awesome.
Thank you.
I think you're really special.
Love you.
You are beautiful.
Thank you. So, no, it doesn't. I mean, obviously, it doesn't high key stress me out because they're moving in.
Yeah.
Like, my parents are moving into our house.
Yeah.
Come June to help us with the babies, and they're moving to Arizona. They're just going to get their footing here and live with us for a period of time before they have their own house. So I wouldn't let that happen if it was like actually
Yeah.
extremely stressful. I think a lot of it is playful, but some of it I feel like is actually passive aggressive.
I think for a while your mom is very sarcastic. I did not understand sarcasm at all.
Yeah.
And so it took me some time to figure out.
But now
this
you
whole
can play the
sarcasm.
same game.
But I love sarcasm, man. I love being sarcastic these days. Like used to, if I was like making a joke over text, I'd put like a bazillion emojis to try to emphasize the fact that I was joking. And now I'm just like, I'm not going to say anything. And I just like send the message and it could be super sarcastic.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of fun to watch and see if someone figures it out.
We grew up in completely different households when it comes
Yeah.
to humor. Like my family's humor is like dry and sarcastic.
Yeah.
And your family's humor is very like what would be the word for it?
We're
like
not
goofy, outward,
yeah, very
like
goofy.
lighthearted.
Yeah, not dry. And
And it's never making fun of anybody.
Dude,
My family makes fun of each other. Like,
But
a
I
lot.
love dry humor, and I actually used a lot of dry humor in the editing of our YouTube videos. Like I try to emphasize that and have all these funny moments where I emphasize just the hilarious things happening in our lives. So that
I feel like it stresses me out less now that you like have picked up on it.
Yeah.
Like, and you can fire back.
yeah.
But before I was like, she's being sarcastic and Matt doesn't even know. That stressed me out. But now I feel like you can hold your own. And it'll be good.
Yeah.
It'll be good. This one just says baby number 3? Question mark, question mark. I guess their assumption is that we're going to have baby number 3.
We'll have more kids.
Ah, yay. More babies. Yeah, we're gonna revisit that conversation well down the
Yeah.
line.
You look
but
so cute right now in this stage of pregnancy. Your bump looks so
thank
cute.
you.
Yeah. And we just celebrated Mother's Day. First Mother's Day with
Yeah.
a physical child in our
I will
presence.
say Mother's Day feels a lot different having a baby versus being pregnant.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this year I really, really earned it.
You're a full-on mom. Oh yeah. I wanted to treat you right.
It was a very special Mother's Day yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a random assumption. Matt doesn't wash the backs of his knees.
Of course I wash the backs of my knees. What type of person do you
You know
think
what?
I am?
I actually saw this on Instagram. It was like someone was like, they found out that some people don't wash their feet in the shower because they assume that it's getting water on it, the soap's running down. Do you scrub your feet?
I will say It's a 50-50 chance for me about washing my feet. Sometimes sometimes it just depends. It just really depends on how I'm feeling. Sometimes I'll full out scrub my feet. Sometimes I don't do it at all. Sometimes I'll throw some soap on the floor and shuffle my feet around.
You're joking.
No, I've literally done that before. That is the
weirdest thing I've ever heard.
You've never done that before?
And I'm pregnant.
It's so much easier. You don't have to bend over. You can just throw some soap on the floor and just
No, I
shuffle your feet.
always scrub my feet, like lather and scrub them.
Really?
They get stinky. They're what's
But what's disgusting is you use a loofah, and loofahs carry so much dead skin and bacteria. Those things are disgusting. You use the same loofah for like years. You need a new loofah like at least every month, if not more.
Can I tell you something?
What?
I've been using your loofah.
You've been using... Shut up. You've been using my loofah? You freaking... You monster. Are you kidding me?
You didn't know that?
Getting all that dead skin in there?
You didn't know I was using your loofah?
No.
I thought you'd see it hanging by the bathtub sometimes.
I mean, I saw that you've been using it. Like, I've seen you misplace it or use it sometimes before, but I thought you were still using your loofah. Why'd you start using my loofah?
No, I exclusively use your loofah.
You're a whack job.
I just need to get some new ones.
Okay.
I'm gonna order that after this.
Can we just order those?
Okay, but wash the backs of your knees, do you?
I don't.
Because why would you want to? Why would you need to?
What's sad about my knees is I have very ashy knees. If you can look right here.
Gosh, yeah.
I get it from my dad. My dad has ashy knees. My brothers have ashy knees. They just get so dry, especially in Arizona.
Yeah. So apparently Matt washes the backs of his knees, but not his feet. Interesting.
Yep.
This assumption is that Abby wishes she became a teacher.
I'm gonna say no. Actually, do you? I feel like you probably.
I think no.
Yeah.
That's tough because it's like I'll never know.
You want to homeschool our kids though.
Yeah,
right?
I think there's a part of me that like really loves education. I always love children. And so I just feel really excited that this job has opened up opportunities for me to do that in my own home with my own kids.
You know what's funny about us?
What?
So I feel like you're more of a pro education person than I am as far as like the traditional method, because for you, like, you graduated, you come from a family of teachers, both your grandmas were teachers, your mom was a teacher, you got your teaching degree. I dropped out of college, but what I think is funny is when you look at like our social media, what we consume on social media, I think what you consume on social media is more like entertainment based, and I love to learn on social media. Like, all the accounts I follow are all education related. I like to learn about finance and real estate and building businesses. It's just like, isn't that interesting?
I guess yours fits more in the exclusively educational opportunity or exclusive educational realm.
Yeah.
But like a lot of my stuff is like babies, pregnancy.
That's true.
Cooking,
Yeah.
like things like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's also educational.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
sometimes I do just turn on something that's just like people talking, and it's like, sometimes it's just an escape.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
it's just like, oh, I just want to tune out, relax.
Yeah. I think, yeah, there's obviously different forms of education and different ways of getting that material. So
Yeah, I mean, I have so much respect for teachers, like having grown up with a family
Yeah.
of teachers,
Oh, yeah.
and they work so hard and they're so underpaid that it's like, I don't take it lightly what they do. And I'm like, I don't know that I could do that for, like, my mom has done it for 27 years. I don't know
Totally.
that I could have done that for 27
totally.
years.
And I think I really like that you have your degree in teaching, because then I think it'd be really cool if you homeschool our children. And I think it's really cool now with the internet and TikTok and YouTube and all these platforms, like, our kids can learn. You can teach yourself anything. I taught myself how to edit by using YouTube videos when I was
Yeah.
a kid. That's why I learned how to do all this. Like, everything I've learned to do with like our job, I learned on like YouTube and social media.
Something
So-
else I do want to say, though, is that, like, being able to homeschool our children in the future is, like, such a privilege, because I feel like a lot of these parents wish that they could be able to do that.
Yeah.
But then it's like they have to, like, my own mom.
That's
I'm
so
sure she
true.
would have loved to be able to homeschool us, but they couldn't make
That's
that
so-
happen financially. And so
Yeah.
then she had to drop me off when I was 6 weeks old, so then she
Yeah.
could go teach other people's children. And, I mean, that's why I will never, like, that's why I couldn't say that I wish I became a teacher. It's because
Yeah.
of the way that this job has allowed me flexibility to do things with my own family that I wouldn't have
Yeah.
been able to do with that, like, standard career option, you know?
That's a really good observation.
This one is Abby always wins the arguments.
Yes.
No!
Yes. Abby is so much better with her words than I am. Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who did what. Abby wins, period.
No.
That's-
Here's the thing. I'm
Abby
better at
always wins.
talking.
So much better at talking.
But I don't think I necessarily win the arguments.
And also, you're a fighter. Like, you will not give up. And what's funny is I think if I were married to someone else, I feel like I would be the fighter in the disagreements, and my in another life my other spouse would have been the flighter, because I'm pretty like, I like to stick up for my thoughts and
very
my
stubborn.
beliefs. I'm stubborn, but like you are such a fighter that I have to be the flighter, or like there's
But
gonna be an
sometimes I
explosion.
feel like you flighting makes you win the argument, because it's just like you chose to leave, and so then it's like it's over. So then it's like
Not really
almost like you
though,
won.
because I feel like it just keeps lingering.
I wouldn't say that I always win though.
I just think you're so much better with your words.
No, I can agree with that.
And you know how to express how you feel. I don't know how to express how I feel like you do. I don't know why I feel the ways that I do, but you know exactly why, and I don't know how you know.
I know. That's something early in our relationship I like learned. I was like, I have this secret power.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I'm a woman, or I don't know, but like I have this, like, I feel like I have more advanced emotional intelligence than you.
What sucks though is something that doesn't work with your spouse that I think can work with guys. Like if I have some disagreement or some crap happens with a guy friend of mine, we just forget about it the next day. Like it's over. But if something happens with your spouse, like you remember that thing for the next week, okay? Like it's not going away. And I feel like it takes a while to like move past, you know?
I just feel like it could be quick if you're just like, I'm sorry.
No, but I do. I think, and I feel like I have to, usually you want me to apologize at least 10 times. Like the first apology is never enough.
No, I don't want you to just say I'm sorry though. I want you to say I'm sorry, and then what you did, and then why it was wrong. And what you're going to do differently next time. I feel like that's just appropriate.
But then I do that, and then you still want me to say
No.
I'm sorry. Yes, you do.
No.
Yes, you do. Yes.
No. See?
Yes.
Who won this argument then?
You always win the arguments. You always win. There's no
What
winning.
is winning an argument also?
That's a good question.
I don't really feel like I do, but
Yeah.
sure. This is a weird one.
What is it?
Abby, you seriously have such a beautiful body. Matt drools all day, I bet.
Who the freak was that? Who submitted that?
It's
was
a
that
woman.
A woman? Okay, that makes me feel a little bit less creepy then. Like that seems less creepy that it's from a woman.
You're right.
Because I feel like a woman admiring another woman's body is.
Can I
Yeah,
tell
anyway.
you something that I forgot that is
What?
starting to happen, that happened last pregnancy though?
What?
Some men fetishize pregnant bellies, and I get really like it doesn't happen a lot, but I get really random, just graphic DMs about things about my belly, and like they
my
want to
Lord.
do with my belly.
That is. Are you serious,
It doesn't happen a lot, but now that the bump has grown quite a bit,
dude?
it just started happening. I saw one this morning, and I was like,
That makes me feel kind of weird.
yeah,
I don't really like that.
yeah.
That's creepy.
I'm like, it's one thing to be like attracted to your wife when she's pregnant. I think that's healthy
Yeah.
and normal and good. But just a random pregnant woman,
Yeah.
just because they're pregnant,
And also, like, what do they think they're accomplishing by DMing you?
I think it kind of makes them.
I feel like they're expressing their naughty side. I feel like there's no way they think that you're
I
actually
feel
going
like
to
it
respond.
indulges their fetish in a way.
Yeah,
By sending
totally.
that.
They feel like they get some dopamine hit from
It really
actually
disgusts
sending.
me.
Yeah,
and
it's
it wasn't
weird.
even a bare belly. It was just like you could see it was literally what I wore to the Suns game. That orange dress.
You're kidding.
Because it really emphasized the bump.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Dudes are weird.
Dudes are so
Dudes
weird.
be crazy.
Dudes are disgusting sometimes. But Matt, do you drool all day because of my body?
I drool all day.
Okay.
And night. I'm sorry.
No, you don't drool at night because you
I
have
don't.
your mouth
I
taped
have
shut.
my mouth taped shut. We need to post a picture on the Unplanned podcast Instagram of my mouth tape. It's so weird, you guys. I look
And
so.
Griffin in the morning, he wants to rip
Griffin
it
tries
off.
to rip off my mouth tape in the
And
morning.
no, that's the thing about the mouth tape is that like I'll be like, "Good night, Matt, love you," and he'll be like, silent. I'm
good
like, "Are you
night,
gonna
honey."
say good night to me?" And then he's like, "I got my mouth tape," and I'm like, "Are you serious?" And then most nights I get kissed with tape on your mouth.
Yes.
You're like, "Good night," and then it just feels like I'm kissing the back of your hand.
But it's so much healthier. Like, it keeps me from snoring. I'm actually breathing out my nose. I don't breathe out my
By the
nose
morning,
naturally.
It's so saturated that it's just flapping. It's only stuck to one top of either the top or the bottom of your
No,
lip.
I rip it off so that I can talk to Griffin because I like to be like, "Good morning, buddy."
And then it's just flopping there.
Yeah.
And then why do you keep it on?
Because then I like to sleep while you're feeding Griffin, and then I take it off after I'm done sleeping, and then you go back to bed, and then I feed Griffin breakfast. Yep.
Someone says you've done it in a public space, a
Whoa.
car, parking lot, etc.
Wow. I wish. Have we done? I don't think we've
I don't
ever
think
done
so.
it like that.
No, I think it's a crime. Is it
I would
not?
I would love to do that though. I would not the crime part, but the doing it part in a public space. Yeah.
No, for me, that's not romantic. I think privacy is very nice.
I don't know. I feel like that'd be pretty crazy to just like.
It would be crazy, but it's like also illegal.
I mean, depending on where the public space is, like I
No,
mean,
just it being public.
in your car, even with the.
I don't think you're allowed to do that.
Really, because I wouldn't want anybody to see, but like I feel like there's some way of doing that and having some sort of privacy. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I feel like that can't be allowed because there's windows everywhere and
Yeah, who
you
knows?
could see public indecency.
That's true.
So I guess no.
Yeah,
pretty-
we have both gone to the bathroom on a hiking trail before, though. I was actually, I got to be there for Abby's first
the
pee,
bathroom.
for her first pee in the woods in Colorado.
Now I'm
You-
a pro.
I still feel like you're scared to pee in the woods.
Actually, you're right. Yeah, I've done it a lot of times. I just never like it.
Yeah.
I really like going to the bathroom in a toilet.
Yeah, I know somebody that unfortunately wiped with poison ivy. Not a good move.
Don't name any names.
Okay, I'm not naming any names. Okay, keep on.
Okay. This one says you came close to having intimacy before
Intimacy?
marriage.
Intimacy. Ooh,
Came very close.
yes.
It was the hardest thing we've probably
Yeah.
ever done in our relationship, would you say?
Yeah. Yes. 3 years of not doing it is really hard.
It was a long journey.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely were not perfect in that whole process. And we just got very close.
I'm actually like, I am so curious to know, like, everyone, like, how far does everyone go before marriage? Because even the people that are like, we didn't do it before marriage, I'm like, okay, but what did you do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what, I don't know. I'm just like so curious because there's no shot that the majority of the people that wait till marriage aren't doing something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there are people that are like very, very strict and don't kiss.
Yeah,
But,
no, there's
like-
people that do it. And
But like that's
I
like
admire them.
that's like 1% of people, dude.
I admire them. I think that you're right. Like the majority of people are like towing the line as closely as possible.
Yeah, because it's freaking hard as freak.
You're very attracted to them. And
So
you know
hard.
you're going to spend the rest of
Well,
your life
I mean,
with them.
that's the weirdest thing too is it doesn't really. I mean, the wedding night happens and it doesn't feel like that different. Like I don't know. Yeah, sure. We had like
it felt different.
I mean, I don't know, dude. We just had like our friends and family there to celebrate. Like if we would have eloped, it would have been
Oh, wait, what do you mean felt different?
like. It's not like I had some epiphany moment like now
now
you're my
this is my
wife.
wife. Oh,
Yeah.
no, I
like
totally
if we would have
agree.
eloped a year before and had been doing it for a year and then like had the wedding ceremony and it's like
Well,
and
if we'd
just
have
that-
looked, it would
just-
have been fine.
yeah.
I don't know.
But
I
then
just feel like it was really, really special the day of the wedding because of that.
I mean it definitely was. But I'm just saying like it's hard. It's a complicated situation.
it's a sensitive matter.
Yeah. Totally.
And
But
it's so personal to every
Yeah.
couple, you know?
I will say this though, I think like regardless of what everyone decides to do, I think waiting for a time, regardless of your choices, I think is important because you want to make sure, I don't know, like that's just something.
I think discipline is always a good practice.
Yeah, and I think
Beyond that, it's
Yeah.
like the emotions are sky high at the
Yeah.
beginning of a relationship.
especially
And you could just do something without actually really thinking and just acting on emotion and
What?
then regret it later.
and I think especially for women, like guys can be can be manipulative. I'm not saying like just guys do this, but there are guys that can be manipulative with their words, and all they want is a one night stand, and they use
Yeah.
words to get you in bed with them, and then that's it. So you gotta look out for those people, and if they're willing to stick it out, 6 months, a year. Say you just decide that I'm gonna wait 6 months before I sleep with someone, and you're dating them, like that alone will weed out like a lot of people.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Or like something will come up and be like, okay, thank goodness I never like went there with that person because he turned out to be a total dirtbag.
But you know what my great grandpa said this, and I remember this quote. He says, "You don't buy the cow if you can get the milk for free." I think that's what the saying goes.
Hey.
That's like, and it's so true though. Like,
Yeah.
there's guys that are just like, that's all they want, and then I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, I don't know. I feel like, everyone has their own experience in their own relationship, and there's so many factors that are involved. But
yeah. It'd be so funny though if people all had like a little thing above their head that said like how far they went before marriage. Like if it said like
yikes,
second
no.
base, third base, or if it's just
No.
like we didn't even kiss. It's like, wow, congratulations. I don't know how the freak you did that, but that's pretty impressive. We were making out before we were even dating. We were making out on the couch watching movies downstairs. We didn't even watch the movie. We would just make out the whole movie and
I
not
think
even
about that
look up.
sometimes about how like early in a relationship we would just kiss a whole movie.
I want to
And
do that
I'm
again.
like,
Can we try to do that?
What in the stamina?
That we need to do that in 2023. We need to make out a whole entire movie and not even watch the movie. We haven't done that since we were teenagers, dude.
There was one time we were making out and I was like, I'm going to throw up right now. Because I did not feel good at all. And you were just like kissing me. And I was like, I want to kiss him so bad that I will kiss him until I throw up because I just want to kiss you.
Yeah.
It was after we went to Six Flags.
But if you, the thing is though, like in marriage, if you skip all the build up stuff and get right to the action, it's like watching the last 10 minutes of a movie. Like it's still cool to watch the last 10 minutes of a movie, but you skip the whole beginning part that makes
Matt and your
the big
analogies.
finish so special.
Let's just move on to something a little bit lighter.
Yeah, let's do that.
I assume that you always have a clean house.
No. Heck no.
Okay, it's not trash though ever.
I mean, I'm okay. It depends on your
It's
level.
pretty clean because there's not a lot of stuff in our house.
That's true. Yeah.
But I will say we'll leave dishes in the sink overnight. We've been known to leave a dirty diaper on the in the living room.
Yeah.
Like it'll get messy, but it never gets like dirty. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Where it's like gross. It's just things are left out all the time.
Yeah.
And we don't care.
Hey, real quick, if you could please leave our podcast a review, it would mean so much. You can do that on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. It really does a lot for the podcast. It doesn't take much time at all. You can write a review in as little as like 20 seconds. And to leave a review on Spotify, I think it takes like 1 second. You literally just tap the stars. So easy, so quick. Please do that. We'd really appreciate it. And we're even shouting people out in the episodes now who leave a review. So we love you guys. Now back to the episode.
Matt is really interested in kissing other women. Honestly, this is something I've been thinking too. I'm like, the more that Matt has gotten older and only kissed me, the more curious you've gotten about it.
I'm curious what that would have been like if I would have kissed somebody before you. Have you thought about that? Like
No, I
how
think
that
about
would
it.
have been differently?
But are you interested in it?
I'm gonna say no.
Matthew James.
What? No, I guess I have the curious thought of like back in the day, what would have that been like?
Oh, well, that's fine.
You literally never have a thought ever about like what would that be like? You know what I'm saying? You never ever have had that thought before.
Of like kissing somebody else,
Because
someone specifically.
Because if you're telling me, I don't know, just like I don't know.
No, I think about it.
Okay, I'm gonna say like, come on, we're not gonna be honest here, like.
I guess I think about it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I would never say interested.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because if you're gonna pretend like, if people pretend like they don't have those thoughts every now and again, I feel like you're lying.
It's because Matt and I have only kissed each other. So then
Yeah.
sometimes it's like,
No, but
I bet they
even-
got this from
no,
the
but even-
episode with Lauren and Ari when you were like, Ari, what was it like kissing all those?
Totally. But the thing is though, if somebody is like, I don't know, like when I have a hard time believing you like this, like when you're like, I literally don't think anybody's more attractive than you.
No, I truly.
There's no shot. You can't tell me. You think Michael B. Jordan, very attractive guy. You've told me that you think
But
he's very
I told
attractive.
you, I think he's handsome. I think
Yeah.
he's like good looking. But for me, attractive is so much. There's so much emotional involved in that. Like so many
I get that.
emotional
No,
factors that
no.
it's like I could never call him attractive.
I see what you're saying, but I guess when I say attractive, I just mean physically. I'm not talking about like anything else. Because like
But even my physical attraction is so closely related to, like, if I'm super mad at you, I'm not even physically attracted to you, even though you're the same person.
Same. I'm not physically attracted to you when I'm really mad at you.
So that's why the word attractive to me, I hold it at a much, like, different, separate
Unless you're
category.
looking really freaking good. Like if you're looking really, really good, then
Oh,
I'm just
yeah,
like,
sometimes-
freak. Like I'm so mad at you, but you look so good. You know what I'm saying? Has it happened before? Has it happened before to you?
A couple times. But
Yeah.
I feel like my appearance changes more than yours does because I have makeup, hair.
Yeah.
I've been pregnant, not pregnant. You know,
Yeah.
things like that. What I'm wearing. Whereas you're pretty much, you stay looking the same most time. The biggest change is like having a hat or not.
Yeah, that's true.
Or
I'm now wearing
deciding
hats.
to shower or not.
I'm now wearing hats. Well, the showering thing is complicated because if you're going to work out that day, you don't want to work out. You don't want to shower before your workout. That's just silly. But then if you end up skipping your workout, then you skip your shower on accident, and then you
And then
go
you
a day.
still why also can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Why do you ask me every time before you shower if you should shower or not? And then
maybe I just want your input.
I just have follow-up questions like, when's the last time you showered?
Yeah.
Do you stink? Have you gone in the pool or sweat since then?
I do want to ask you this question though. Have you thought about what it'd be like to kiss another guy? Have you thought about that?
I've thought about it. Okay.
Yeah. And have you ever been like, that might be interesting to try that out?
I would never do it, but I thought about it.
Same. That would be my answer.
And I would say it's never been like I thought about a specific person even. Like I've just been like, what if I kissed another guy?
Yeah, totally.
And it wasn't like, what if I kissed
my brother, you know.
Okay. I never have thought about that. Abby is the voice of reason while Matt is more on the adventurous side.
I'm very adventurous.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually spot on, I would say.
Yeah, that's spot on. But I feel like you have made me have black cat energy, whereas I would have been a golden retriever in like any other relationship.
Well, I think it's funny. We kind of have to take on the roles.
Yes.
We take on opposites. And what's funny though is like when we lived in Hawaii and you decided you didn't like Hawaii, but I really liked Hawaii. You convinced yourself in your head that you never wanted to move there. And I'm like, I have a video on my phone of us like both being so hype about moving to Hawaii, and I like totally like debunked your whole idea.
You caught me in one moment where it was like we'd already signed the paperwork.
No, we had not signed. No, this was like the moment that we realized, we were like, wait a second, social media is paying our bills. And we're like, we can literally live anywhere. We can upload to YouTube anywhere. Where should we live? And we're like, let's freaking go to Hawaii, baby.
Okay, that's what it was. You caught me at a very rare moment, and then you used that as evidence for like...
You literally reached out to someone about like renting their house. You did all that. I didn't do any of that. You found us a place to stay on the island.
Once again, Matt is on the adventure side. I have to be the voice of reason. So it's like when you say something crazy, I have to be the executor sometimes.
But you literally found our place to live at. So
okay.
Anyway.
But yeah. I feel like I would definitely be adventurous in almost any relationship, but then just because you are so extreme that I've had to balance you out.
That's true. Yeah.
Is that fair? This one says Abby wears the pants in the relationship.
Ooh. You are a very powerful woman.
I am powerful.
You're powerful.
Does that mean what does wear the pants mean? Like make the decisions?
See, that's the thing. I don't think
Should I Google it?
I feel like in a relationship, we just make community decisions.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to just be like, we're doing this and I'm the man. So
this is what we're doing.
Goes. What I say goes. I wear the pants. That's not how this works.
No, and I wouldn't be.
We make decisions together.
Oh, it says, the definition here says to be the person in a relationship who makes the decisions.
Exactly. We make the decisions together.
We definitely make the decisions together.
Yeah, I mean, I will say I was probably the person that pushed more of moving to Hawaii, and you were the person.
Why is that the decision that we keep bringing up?
And you were the person that pushed more of moving to Arizona. You were also the person that pushed more of having kids. I probably would have had kids as young as we did if it wasn't for you. Now, did you make that decision fully on your own? No, but like I was a part of that decision-making process, right?
We both make decisions.
Yeah.
And I think that if we're at like a standstill with a decision, who makes the decision?
It really depends.
If we're going head to head on something, and I think that most of the time your way would go. Because really? I don't want to make the decision ultimately.
But dude, I hate making decisions. Like sometimes the bigger decisions I like to make, but the smaller ones, like
yeah, I'm good at making like
literally if we're at
decisions.
a restaurant, like you freaking just pick something out for me, Abby.
Yeah,
like,
I pick out what you eat at most restaurants.
I'll think about what I want to order for 10 minutes. It's just like can you just like point to something on the menu and just order it for me?
But you're right, because there's big life decisions that I've definitely made this like kids.
Because I think about all the different. I think about every single detail.
This house, I found this house.
Yeah. But it's funny, you found this house, wanted to buy this house, and we bought the house, and now you want to move out of this house.
Hey, it
served
us for a time. But then you said no, and so we didn't.
Exactly. But that's because we made the decision together.
Yes.
So you made the decision to buy the house. I made the decision not to move out of the house because the market dropped, and it wouldn't be a good financial decision to sell at a loss right now. That wouldn't be smart.
I made the decision to not get on birth control after having.
That's true. You also you put a lot of pressure on me. You were like, I am. Oh, that's funny. I just like my brain just registered what you were saying right there, and that's how we got pregnant with baby number 2.
Yes.
Though you put pressure on me with Griffin, because you were like, I am taking my IUD out, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
No, Matt, you don't mean that.
No, yeah.
That is something we had talked about for years.
We had talked about it,
and then the time came, and I was like, hey. I'm going to do this. And you're like, wait. But then you ultimately...
I think it just...
You can't say that, dude.
Time goes by so freaking fast.
That is a serious accusation.
Well, because... Okay. No. Let me just say this. We were like... We got married and we're like, we're going to start trying in about 2 years.
And we did.
And then 2 years went by like that. It went by in a second.
And we waited a few months beyond 2 years.
Yeah. And I was like, holy frick. Like, now's the time. And then it's like, well, we didn't have the kid until 3 years into our relationship, but like the year leading up, we
didn't even start trying until
we started trying like
almost
October,
2.5.
October of 2020. But no, 2021. But what's crazy though is like the whole year before you have your kid is drastically affected too. Why? I'm just like holding back a burp right now. I'm trying
Let
not
it
to
out.
burp. I'm
But
not gonna burp.
over
You
to the
hate
side.
when I burp and it
Over
like
to
makes it smells. So I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
But like the whole year leading up to it, that's drastically changed too because you're pregnant and you can't do
Yeah.
the same things that you want to do.
Yeah.
Like if we want to do some crazy hike, like we used to do the freaking wildest hikes in Hawaii that people like could get seriously injured or die on, and we can't. When you're pregnant, you can't do those hikes, right? It's not responsible. It's not a good
Would you
idea.
say that drastically changed the year because we couldn't do outrageous hikes?
Yeah, I mean, like our summer in Arizona, I probably would have liked to go somewhere a little bit colder because it's 120
Oh, we
degrees
couldn't
here.
travel
We couldn't
and-
travel.
yeah.
So, I mean, it does affect a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's
That's
all
true.
for good reason. I mean, I love being a dad, and I love
I know,
love
our sweet
seeing you
boy.
be a mom. You're such a good mom.
That was a long-winded answer to say that we both wear the pants.
Yeah.
You were very popular in high school.
See, I think people knew who I was, but I wouldn't necessarily say that I was popular.
We didn't go to the same high school,
Yeah.
so you could tell me you were the most popular guy in your high school. I'd be
I-
like, yeah.
I think people definitely knew who I was, but I don't think I was like necessarily cool. Like, oh yeah, it's the theater kid that likes to snowboard and stuff. And
I think I was kind
Yeah.
of neither, actually.
yeah,
Well, I think people knew who I was because I was very involved. Like I did a lot of school extracurricular activities. I wasn't shy at all. I was a weird kid. Like I did the school dress up days. Went all out. I made myself known, but I definitely wasn't like a cool kid.
so like I didn't try to be somebody that I wasn't, but I.
You wanted
Unfortunately,
to be popular. I didn't care.
You didn't give a crap. I wanted to be popular, but I wasn't willing to change who I was to be popular, if that makes sense. Like I cared, and I shouldn't have. That's stupid for caring. But what matters is having like a good community and good friends. And I did have good friends in high school.
No one was gonna think you were lame for
What I love
skateboarding.
about you, though, yeah, that's true. But what I love about you is you really don't care at all what people think about you, and I think that's so cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know what about me. I feel like my parents influenced that. I had really good friends that influenced that. But I really did not care that I wasn't popular, and I wasn't also shy. Like I wasn't trying to hide anywhere. Like I just went to the beat of my own drum.
Yeah.
And I honestly really loved high school, whereas I know you didn't really like high school that much.
I think, yeah. I mean, there was good time. Like sometimes
No, but you said you would feel anxious before going to school.
that's
most
true.
days.
I didn't really have at my high school itself. I didn't have like my core community there. I had friends with different, groups outside of school that I was really close with. I had friends at other high schools that I would hang out with, like friend groups. A lot of my friend groups were at other schools, not my actual
That's
high school.
tough.
So I didn't have my core people at my high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I only had one high school in my town, so
Yeah.
everyone was there. So, this one says that this is kind of like what we talked about before a little bit, that you regret not dating other people before meeting each other.
No, I'm glad that I married you. I'm glad that it played out the way it did.
No, but like that you didn't like date other girls before me. I kind of dated other guys. Like I went on dates with other guys,
Oh, yeah.
but I didn't like call them my boyfriend and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I
I
mean,
feel like in a way you do kind of regret that.
I'll be honest. There are times where I'm like, I wonder what that would have been like to experience that. I
Yeah,
guess.
I think that's totally fine
'Cause,
and
like,
normal.
Yeah. And so there are times where I'm like, yeah, maybe I wish I would have like dated before, in just that like young stage of life. Right now, I don't feel that way. Like, I don't know. I'm glad that.
You're just saying that because your wife's sitting right here.
No, I know. I just like. It's weird. Yeah, it's weird how like your feelings change and stuff. But yeah.
You seem like a very guilty person, like you might be lying to everyone on this podcast
No,
and to the wife that is in front of you.
I 100% like. I'm just so glad that things played out the way they did.
I promise I'm not holding a gun to Matt's head.
It's really no. It's like it's really sweet the way everything played out. in our
Yeah,
relationship.
sometimes maybe the first person you date is just the right person, and that's rare, but sometimes it happens, and
Yeah.
I think it happened with us.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that we don't have all this heartbreak. And we don't have all this
Trust issues.
baggage from
Yeah.
past relationships. The fact that we don't have that is so nice. And maybe it's just like naive to say something like that. Maybe it's not like for me to be like, I wonder what that was like. Because if we would have had some sort of dating stuff go on before we were together, it could have affected us in a very big way and left us with a lot of hurt and brokenness and baggage.
Yeah, no, exactly. I
Yeah.
feel like it's a blessing, but then also It's just kind of, we got lucky that it happened that way.
Yeah.
It's not like anything that we did. Like,
Yeah.
I will say, when we were dating, we were like, we both went into dating like, we date because we're looking for someone to
Yeah.
marry. It's not like
We're-
we're just like having fun.
Exactly. That's why I was dating, is to find
Yeah.
a partner, a lifetime partner.
That was very mature of you as a high school boy.
Thank you.
This one says Abby has a better morning attitude than Matt.
I'm going to say no. I feel like I think you're grumpier in the mornings than I am, I think.
Really?
I'm grumpy in the middle of the night. If you wake me up in the middle of the night, I can be pretty grumpy.
Really? I feel like I wake you up a lot and you just kind of like
Really?
go with it.
Your eyes look so pretty right now, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, they really
No,
do.
you're nice because sometimes I wake you up and I'm just like, Matt, I'm scared. And then you're like, it's okay. Like, it's not like you're like getting up and like doing something about it, but you don't care if I wake you up.
You have very beautiful eyes. I don't know. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you.
Again, they look
I
so
feel like
pretty.
we both have like the same attitude in the morning, which is kind of just like, let me get my feet on the ground before we start. Like, we don't wake up and just like start kissing and like, I think we just kind of like both
Yeah.
ease into the
We
day.
should. I would love to kiss you in the morning. I feel like you wouldn't do that because of my morning
I
breath.
would love to give you a big smooch. in the
Really?
morning.
A big smooch?
Yeah.
You do that?
I would like a hug in the mornings. I was
Okay.
thinking about that more and more. I was like, if I just could get a good hug in, then
You need a hug right now?
yeah, actually.
Okay. Hey, come here. I love you.
This is nice.
Oh, come here.
This is good stuff.
Oh, I don't know if you've hugged today yet. Have we hugged?
I don't think so. My belly's
Oh.
squished, but this was nice.
Hug and a kiss.
Mwah.
Ma. Oh, so sweet.
Maybe we should do morning hugs now.
We should do morning hugs and kisses.
But I feel like we both wake up in the same attitude in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm grumpy. I'm grumpy when I wake up from a nap for sure,
Yeah.
but not necessarily in the mornings.
Yeah.
Abby's had a boob job.
Abby is just very blessed in that area.
Oh my gosh.
Blessed by above.
I'm not opposed to getting something done, I guess. I don't know. I kind of go back and forth with how I feel about it personally. Like, I don't care what other people do, but for me, I'm like, sometimes I'm like, no, I want to embrace how I am every single way.
Abby will
But
say
then-
stuff like, I want to make them smaller. I'm like, why? Like, why would you want to make
'Cause you
those
don't
things
have-
smaller?
You don't try to work out and you don't
They're
try to
so
like.
great. So great.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having greatness.
No, I haven't, but I'm not like opposed to. I'm not like abs 100% no, never in the future. I wouldn't, but I would not make them bigger for sure.
Gotcha.
I would get a lift and maybe a reduction.
Oh, so when you say a boob job, you mean like a lift? You're not talking about like making them bigger?
I would never make them bigger, ever,
Okay.
ever, never.
I think I really like
I'm
the size.
5'2".
I personally love the size.
Thanks.
So a reduction would be sad, but
Okay.
it's your body.
Yes, I don't. I think that like I go back and forth with how I feel personally about what I would do as far as plastic surgery goes or not plastic surgery, like cosmetic work in general.
Yeah.
Because I really haven't had anything done, whereas
Yeah, you almost got veneers.
I
at
know
one
so
point.
many people that have had things done, and sometimes I'm either 100% like I need to lean into like embracing my 100% natural, like
Yeah.
there's no such thing as flaws because that's just how I am, like that's what makes me unique. But then I also go to the other side where I'm like, oh, but it would be nice if I could just like fix this little thing that I'm like
Yeah.
slightly unhappy with. I wouldn't even say insecure about because
Yeah.
there's no part of me that I'm like insecure about.
I mean, I will be honest, like, I know this doesn't really fall into like the plastic surgery category, but like I was insecure about my teeth as a kid. And once I had braces, like I was a lot more confident, I would say.
I just
it
feel
made
like
me feel,
that, like dental work has such a different connotation than like
oh, then like,
implants.
Okay.
You know,
Gotcha.
especially probably because like a boob job, that's like a sexual part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like,
I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that though.
No.
I just think you can get down a tricky path if you're getting like a lot done. You know?
yeah,
I
then
think
it's
if, I
like
think
maybe
if you're
there's a
always,
deeper issue.
If you're always going back, it's like, yeah, what's going on? You know?
What's going on internally? Because it's like
Exactly.
you could make some tweaks to yourself, and I think that's totally healthy and fine.
Exactly.
But then when it gets to the point where it's like constant, it's like maybe you have some deep rooted insecurities that need to
Yeah.
be addressed.
Yeah.
You would both love to get back into theater one day.
Honestly, that's tough. I mean, when I see a
I feel
musical,
like you wouldn't.
I don't know. When I see a musical, there's like this fire in my soul that's reignited.
true. Oh
Like
my
me-
gosh! Remember when
like
we
me
saw
watch-
Wicked?
When we watched Wicked, that happened. When we saw West Side Story, and I just like I
We
just got
saw
chills.
Wicked after like being out of theater for about 2 or 3 years at that point, and
Yeah.
we were both crying.
Yeah, it's making me
Because like
tear
I
up.
feel like for every theater kid that grew up, like when we grew up, like Wicked was
It was Hamilton, like
the
Hamilton,
obsession.
the
no,
new
that was
show.
the later one.
Well, I mean, Hamilton I think for younger kids back in, I guess Hamilton came out in like what, like 2016. So that
But
that
we were
was
already like
we were already older.
older.
But like Hamilton was like so cool in pop culture, and Wicked I think was the same
That
way.
was our era. We were
Back
the
in-
Wicked era
We
of
were the
theater
Wicked era
kids.
theater kids, and like that really inspired me to. That inspired me to do theater for sure. Did it inspire you?
No one born so
So
wicked.
wicked.
Wait, that's not the song. No. What was the song that we were like crying? It was like loathing, unadulterated loathing. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it does awaken something. I would love to go back into theater maybe at some point.
Yeah, I want to do some sort of live performance. Like it'd be cool. I would love to make music and go perform it. I have like something in my throat, but to just be in front of a live audience again and perform, that's just like a thrilling feeling.
Yeah, I feel like I could see you doing live performance that's not necessarily theater, like you singing or DJing. Like I can see that.
I would really
Whereas
like
for
to do
me,
that.
like I would love to act in front of people again. I would love to do that again.
That'd be really cool.
But who knows? I feel like being a mom right now is so demanding that I'm like I couldn't give my time to that.
Yeah.
But in the future, I've got to act again at some point in my life because I have so much passion for it.
And you're very good at it.
I would do it for free.
You're very good.
For sure. This one says you are outgoing and make friends everywhere you go. I don't know who they're referring to in that one.
I would say yeah. I would say
we're both
we
outgoing.
like to make friends.
We're both outgoing and make
we
friends.
like to talk to people. I like to talk to random strangers. I like to know their stories and who they are and where they're from. And I like to talk to people.
I think we both make friends quickly, but sometimes when I go out in public, like I'm not as quick to just like make a best friend like you are. Like there's like you could I could sit next to a random stranger on a plane and not say anything. Like I'll say hi when I sit down and then like have a good trip, have a safe trip when we get off the plane, but not talk the entire flight. Whereas you're never going to let that happen. I feel like you're always going to talk to who's next to you.
Yeah, I do like talking to people on planes.
Which I think is a really sweet quality, but sometimes I'm like, I just go about my day and I'm like,
it's
get a
kind
personal
of sad though.
relationship with these people.
The more that we've flown, sometimes like I'll edit a video while we're on the flight, or I might like listen to an audiobook like while we're on a flight, and I won't converse next to the person next to me. And I used to always do that. So, but we do fly a lot more than we used to.
You know, I just thought about
what?
How you were so insecure all last week about saying the word like on the podcast.
I was insecure about saying the word like, because sometimes if I watch the podcast back, I realize if I'm trying to get my words together, I say the word like a lot. And that annoys me. It annoyed me.
You guys, I came downstairs and Matt was in the kitchen feeding Griffin and listening to a YouTube video about how to say the word like less. They actually have a YouTube video about that.
There's literally a YouTube video.
So even if he does it a lot in this episode, just please don't comment it because it's going to get in his head.
You can say it. I'll comment back to you on the like. Comment.
No, don't say that because then people are going to say it, Matt.
It's okay. I need to break the habit. I don't want to say the word like.
I don't think you do it
what
a lot.
What it is, apparently when you have a pause and you're speaking, that's when you fill it in with or like or something. Oh. And it's fine to do it a little bit, but if you do it a lot, it gets really annoying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Matt wears makeup.
I do.
No, you don't.
I don't.
I couldn't even picture you wearing makeup.
Yeah.
You have such a beautiful face already.
Even in theater as a kid, when they try to put makeup on me, I was like, get that the freak away from me. I did not want to wear makeup.
I don't think that...
There's been times where we went to an event where they're going to take photos or something. This hasn't happened recently, but I want to say in the span of our 7 years together, we're coming up on 7 years together.
You use concealer?
I want to say there's been a couple times where...
No, there's a couple times where we use powder because you get really greasy.
I had like a massive like, pimple on my face.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, can you just throw some makeup on this?
Yeah, that hasn't even happened in the past like couple years. I
think my skin's cleared up a little bit.
Yeah, you kind of stopped going through puberty.
Yeah, I did. My voice still cracks though, every now and again.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Abby wants a dog, but Matt doesn't.
It's tough. I think a dog is a big responsibility. Yeah, we have two babies.
I feel like we both kind of want
2 babies. So.
I feel like we both kind of want a dog eventually. But I think we agree on the timing is just like not right now.
We were going to get one. And then like literally at the time that we were going to get a dog, we found out we were pregnant. And then right after that, we got pregnant again.
And we also travel a lot.
Yeah.
So we want to be in a place where we can like actually be really good owners to the dog. Not that we need to be with the dog 24/7. I think it's okay to leave a dog with a loved one.
Yeah.
Or a trusted person in general. Like, I think that's totally fine because they are a dog and not a person. But I feel like we're not in the place right now with 2 teeny tiny babies.
Yeah.
So no. Abby gets annoyed when by Matt when he tries to be funny?
Yes.
Really?
I would say yes.
You think I get annoyed?
But if you think I'm funny, I just milk it. If there's something that
I
you
love
think
that.
is hilarious, I just keep it going and going, and that's really fun.
I don't think I get annoyed when you try to be funny.
Yeah. Have I gotten funnier?
You have gotten funnier. Yes, you
Good.
have.
Good. Thank you. I made you laugh.
I don't think I get annoyed when you try to be funny, Matt.
I think you're hilarious.
Thank
by the way,
you.
you're so funny,
I don't think I get annoyed, but sometimes I don't laugh unless I actually think it's funny.
and your comedy is so unique.
Really?
And it's really stupid, not in a
Yeah.
bad way. It's stupid funny, and it cracks me up. And you're such a goofball. And you do some weird crap. Like, we'll be out in public, and you'll just break out into dance or something randomly, like literally not caring at all what people think. If we're in a mall or something, I love that about you. I think it's so funny.
I don't think I get annoyed by you. I'm just going to say it.
Good.
This one says, you still sleep in separate beds.
We sleep in the same bed now, people.
Except there wasn't one night where
There was one night when.
we got in a disagreement and we did not sleep in the
yeah,
same
that's
bed.
true. That did happen. Yeah,
That was sad.
it was a sad night.
But no, we sleep together.
We sleep in the same bed.
Sometimes I'm just too tired now to just like keep arguing. I'm like, you know what? Just do your own thing.
Yeah.
But no, we are definitely sleeping in the same bed. It's very sweet.
Yep.
It's nice to have you back, buddy.
Yeah. I love you. Love you, buddy.
Love you, buddy. Matt hates Abby's family, or at least some of them.
Wow. No, that is not true.
Dislike even?
No.
No, you
I don't
love
hate
my
your family.
family.
Love your family.
Wait, that's like the second one that we've had that's
so-
kind of like
That's
of that
so
nature.
sad. Yeah. Why are we thinking? What?
I think it's because I made a joke about how you and my mom. But honestly,
Oh,
what
yeah.
husband and mother-in-law don't have a slightly
Yeah.
at odds relationship?
It's so cool how our families get along so well.
Yes, we actually have such a
Yeah.
good family unit, like where it's like my family is close with your family, which is not typical.
Yeah.
It's very sweet. Even our grandmas, when all of our grandmas get together, it is so
cute.
precious.
So sweet.
This one says that you can't keep your hands off each other and you'll eventually have 10 kids.
Wow. I would say, yeah, we do like to PDA.
I do think we are pretty touchy people.
Yeah.
I think physical touch is both of our main love languages.
Yeah.
Like I've
10 kids are not
10
doing
kids,
that.
no.
Heck no.
There's ways to prevent that, folks.
Yep.
And we
There are
going
ways.
to.
And we just found out how to prevent it. So that's good.
No, I will say I think we do have like physical touches, like one of our big ones.
Just love.
Like if I'm sitting on the couch and you're not touching me in some way,
Yeah.
I get really. I'm
really
like, why
fun.
are you mad at me?
Cuddling on the couch last night was very fun.
Yeah,
we hadn't
we
done that in a little
cuddled
bit.
a lot.
We need to cuddle more.
Yeah, because I feel like by the end of the night, I've just been like ready for
Yeah,
bed.
I know.
Which I'm so tired.
That's
all
the
day
hardest thing.
today.
When you're a parent, you just get so tired by the end of the day. But you got to remember to keep the physical touch alive.
You do, because otherwise I'm like, I forget that you're not just like a parent with me
I
or
know.
someone that works with me. I'm like, you're my lover too.
Yeah, I think it's easy as a parent to forget that your spouse is more than a roommate. Like, it's easy to just go full on parent mode and work mode, and you have so much going on. But you got to remember
managing the house alone, like
Yeah.
you could just be
Yeah, you got to keep the love
on
alive.
separate realms. Yeah, and keep the
Yeah.
teamwork going.
Well, thank you guys for submitting your assumptions on the Unplanned Podcast Instagram. That was super fun. If you haven't already hit the like button and subscribed to the podcast or left us a review,
5-star review.
leave us a 5-star review. That would really mean a lot. But we have so much fun doing these. I'm excited
we do,
to
and we have the next podcast. The next like at least 3 are gonna be very exciting ones.
very exciting podcast episodes coming up. So stay tuned. Make sure that you're subscribed, following us, whatever. We love you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, we're so thankful to you.
As always, 3, 2, 1.
Peace out, dudes.